Maksym Dzhyhun, as usually, expert from the good politics, is with us. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I believe you are in your car because of the power outages. Is that right, Maxim?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And thank you for having me today.
Well, the pleasure is all mine. Let's do it as fast as possible. Long range restrictions lifted. Thank God it's good, but what weapons, namely, and what's the new range, so to say?
Yeah, as I understand, we received this opportunity to get a 300 kilometers
Hmm.
ATACMS systems that will allow Ukraine to share our love to Russia on their territories and to hit different Russian military facilities in their regions, which will allow us to feel more freely in context of defending our territories. And I think that's amazing news from our American partners. And I believe that the same time we will get the same decisions from our European friends. And it will depend also, of course, not only on the allowances by itself, but on the actually rockets that will allow us to hit these facilities in Russian territory.
Your language. I like the facilities you say. You probably mean military depots and airfields with military aircraft on it. And I also like the, you say, send Ukrainian love to Russia with American ATACMS, which is nice. Yeah, why not? But you also mentioned European friends. Maxim, German Tauruses in Ukraine. How likely you think this is going to happen? Do you think this is going to happen?
Unfortunately, I don't think that there is any chance of
Hmm.
getting these allowances from current Chancellor of Germany, Olaf Scholz, and I believe that next year we'll get a new, probably, Chancellor of Germany. The representatives of German opposition are more interested in giving us different kinds of rockets and other military instruments in this war, and it looks like current government of Germany loses its level of support from German people, and I think that one of the reasons why this government will be replaced by another one is actually the topic of Russia-Ukrainian war, and as we can see from the context of different sayings and different speeches by German opposition. They are interested in finalizing this war, not on the conditions of Russia, but on Ukrainian conditions. And I think that this question will play a crucial role in the upcoming elections, which are expected to be held on February 23 next year.
Right, and I couldn't agree more because me myself, coming from Germany, I mean, lived for years there, and I know someone who knows Friedrich Merz, and I'm absolutely sure that this is a positive sign for Ukraine. You're right, but the ban, the restriction, long-range weapons restriction, was lifted because of what exactly? Do you think? Is it Biden that leaves, Trump that arrives, North Korea attacks? What was the last straw that broke Bull's back? Why now?
I think that during the almost 3 years of this war, we have gone through many limits from our foreign allies, starting from the using of tanks, American or European, and the decision to provide us with this instrument like tanks was part of negotiations with Russia from American and European colleagues who just tried to, to make Putin work in another direction and to not escalate against Ukraine, but it didn't work. And we received these American tanks and the European tanks. After that, we had another level of negotiations regarding F-16 and other, probably other aircrafts that Ukraine will receive in the nearest future. And there was also part of negotiations with Russia. And it was another try try to de-escalate the situation from a Russian side, it didn't work again. And I think the decision to give us these allowances for using American and other Western rockets on Russian territory was part of negotiations after Russia started once again their hits of Ukrainian and energy infrastructure, their engagement of Northern Korean soldiers on Russian territories as well. And after we received enough proofs that Northern Korean soldiers are on the territory of Kursk Oblast already, and after we received another attack of Russian rockets on Ukrainian energetic system, I think that it was the last argument for American President Joe Biden and probably for Emmanuel Macron and for Keir Starmer in Great Britain to change their position regarding all these opportunities for Ukrainian side. At the same time, I don't think it was timely. I don't think it was in proper moment. So I'm pretty sure that if we got these allowances like 6 months ago or a year ago, we wouldn't be at this stage of this war. We wouldn't lose Ukrainian territories every day, and we would be in a better conditions for possible negotiations, especially taking into account that a new president is about to take his power in the beginning of next year. So all these delays, they are worth Ukrainian lives of Ukrainian soldiers, of Ukrainian territories, and of course lots of money, not only of Ukrainian taxpayers but also of our foreign partners, and that's the money from their budgets they need to use for the stabilization of Ukrainian financial system and giving us opportunities in a military way.
A very detailed and a very, very concrete answer, if you ask me. You mentioned the new administration in the United States of America. So, son of a Trump, whatever his name is, said that his father would now have to deal with, nonetheless, World War III consequences because ban is lifted. And while Ukrainians were dying, it was not an escalation and all was good. But now, when Russians will be slapped back in their faces, and they will be, trust me on that, all is bad for any son of Trump. So, do you think that Donald Trump, the daddy, will do his son a present when back to the Oval Office and impose the ban back? Do you think it's possible that the America will lift the ban back from us?
Yeah, I think that's actually possible, and I think that one of the reasons why Joe Biden also lifted the ban was his desire to put Donald Trump in absolutely different conditions when he will have to deal in this Russian-Ukrainian war, and taking into account that previous speeches by Trump were connected with his wish to end this war as soon as possible and in any possible way without necessarily taking into account Ukrainian needs. That means that all the tries and all the work which was done by current American administration of the president will be just smashed. It will not. It will not taken into account by new administration, and that's why Joe Biden wanted Donald Trump to live in another reality in context of this war. But at the same time, we understand that Donald Trump can behave in absolutely different ways, starting from making Ukraine sit together with Russia near one table and negotiate in the condition we have right now, or on the other hand, he could help Ukraine to get a better position in these negotiations and make Ukraine more powerful and have more arguments in context of possible negotiations. So I think it will depend mostly on the first public communication between American president and the Russian dictator Putin.
Couldn't agree more, Maxim. Thank you so very much for your effort. Maxim is again coming online from your car because of the massive power outages all over Ukraine and the Kyiv just as well. Thank you, and we hope to talk to you soon. So,
Thank you.
goodbye.